Hello, fans. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to talk about the World Cup, which many of you already, has already started yesterday. The ceremony was held with which the World Cup began, and later the match between Qatar and Ecuador continued is and I say in the last episode the host team should always open the World Cup. Yesterday was no exception, but in the last World Cups the victory has win. Dogevi's host team, and this time the victory was won with Ecuador with a score of 2-0. Um, the game was entertaining in the first half for the same reason that was where they scored the goals. In the fourth minute, Ecuador scored a goal which cancelled the goal because the Ecuador player was in an advanced position. Well, everyone, and that moment they thought that since Qatar is the host team, they will do everything possible to win the game, but later they showed that the Ecuador player was in the ahead, and then in the second half, in my opinion, the game was already boring because in the first half Qatar was only he dedicated himself to defending an Ecuador. Um, Under his pressure, and that was what made him boring. Um, Now let's talk about the opening ceremony. The true seemed very beautiful to me there. They showed all the mascots from the World Cups as well as the songs, and I think that was the most attractive thing about ceremony for me. Now let's talk about Mexico, which will make its debut in the World Cup tomorrow against Poland, and many already but Poland as the favorite to win the game. I feel that Mexico is only going to go Qatar, and not because they have bad players, but because of the technical director who takes players who are not there at the time. For example, Rogelio Funes Mori, who only played 3 of 10 games with his team. And another example is Santiago Jimenez, who is currently the best player in Mexico and who is playing in Europe, and who is also the top scorer for his team. And he didn't even take him to Qatar and preferred to take Rogelio Funes Mori. Also, another one who was left out of the cast was Diego Lainez, who, like Santiago Jimenez, is playing very well. In my opinion, I feel that they did not deserve that, and of course, let us not forget Carlos Acevedo, um, who was also left out. I think he would have been taken in the place of Rodolfo Cota or Alfredo Talavera, even in the place of Guillermo Ochoa, but he was not called up. So you already know that tomorrow Mexico plays against Poland in the morning, 10 in the morning. Another topic that is also very interesting is about Leo Messi of the Argentina, which several already put it as the favorite to win the World Cup. It is not for less since they have gone 40 games without losing. We all want to see Messi lifting that World Cup. Uh, you know I am a fan of Messi, and I would like him to become world champion. But first he has to face Brazil because Neymar is there. Um, Brazil is also one of the favorites uh, to win the World Cup since it is full of young people. They are very good at playing soccer, but personally, I am with Argentina and I am confident that Messi will win the World Cup. And now, even more so after, EA Sports made a simulation in their game where Argentina wins that in the last three World Cups they have been correct, so I do believe that Argentina is going to win. Mm, Now let's talk about those who missed the World Cup due to an injury. There we have Paul Pogba, um, who was injured 2 months ago and who feared had had said that he would be in the World Cup, but later they reported that no, he will not be able to be in the World Cup. And continuing in France, we continue with N'Golo Kante, who was injured about 5 months ago, and they assured that he was going to be in the World Cup, but they say that light his recovery become more complicated, and that was what did not take him to the World Cup. And many will say that will start with France, and for those who don't is because France is the current world champions. That's why I start with them. Um, Another who missed the World Cup was Jesus Corona from Mexico. He was injured just a month after the World Cup began, so the team were he plays report that in this case it is Sevilla, but they said from the beginning that he will miss the World Cup because he had suffered at there, and well his recovery will take approximately 7 months. And well at that time the World Cup will already start in a month, and well Jesus Corona is a good player, and I think he will Mexico is missing in this World Cup. And now if you have nothing to do in the morning, And in the afternoon, I recommend you watch the World Cup matches. They start for in the morning, and the last one is a one in afternoon, like this for to wear after the round of octagon will come from the quarterfinals, the semifinal, and finally. The final and that this will be played on December 18 and thus ending the World Cup. Tomorrow Argentina is playing against Arabia, and Argentina is the favorite to win the match. The match will take place at 4 in the morning Mexico City time. So tomorrow we have to head up early to see the debut of Argentina and of course Messi. Tomorrow will be a very special day since the goal be Messi last World Cup with Argentina. Precisely speaking of the it is also the last World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo with Portugal, as well as Neymar with Brazil. So this this could be the last World Cup of these three bets. So as already said, tomorrow will be a very special day for all soccer fans. Um, is other news, the Netherlands invited the workers who build the stadiums to their training sessions for size team, and they are also going to action of their shirts used in the matches, and the process will go to the workers. Really a very nice gesture on the part of the Netherlands. To finish, I just want to comment that this World Cup will be very special for everyone, and that I think it was worth waiting for years to sell our favorite players play, and that the next World Cup will be very different. Say no signs. Several recognizant players will no longer be in it next World Cup that will take place in 4 years, and that the countries that will be host will be Mexico, the United States, and Canada. And well, that will be for today. That's how we end the episode. I hope you like it. If subscribe and like. If I leave my social network in case you want to follow me. On Instagram, they find me as Ever Ortega 10 and 6, and on Facebook and Ever Ortega. Uh, I'm remember if you have nothing to do, watch the World Cup matches. Now, if we see each other in the next episode, fans, I wish you a happy start to the week and that you do well in everything you do. Goodbye. Bye, bye, bye.